name Fallujah came about around the time when we were probably like 15, 16 years old. We were more of like a politically charged band back then. So Fallujah at the time sort of, at least the second Battle of Fallujah was definitely one of the harshest moments of the Iraq War. The name sort of represented the whole like East-West tension at the time. It held more relevance, I think, back then than it does now. But yeah, it was kind of a representation of like the first world versus the third world, rich versus poor, East versus West, Islam versus Christianity, capitalism versus more traditional tribal mentality, stuff like that.
Since moved away from that thematically.
Yeah, definitely held more relevance back then, but I mean, I think it.
The name sticks.
Yeah, the name sticks. Yeah, I think the issue was like we didn't want some death metal name that had like 10 million different prefixes, like technical, progressive, melodic, atmospheric death metal. We thought atmospheric kind of encompassed a lot of things because the proggier elements and the more melodic elements, I think, are more so in like an atmospheric vein. Since we don't have a lot of dissonance as much as we used to. So I think, yeah, I'd say atmospheric metal, atmospheric death metal is probably the term we're trying to push the hardest. That's kind of an all-encompassing statement of inferiority that I think a lot of people conform to, whether it's you're a slave to your economic systems, you're a slave to your social standards, you're a slave to your political systems, your religious convictions. And I think lyrically, a big thing that I try to push is self-liberation and like independence in that sense, where just because you're an atheist and just because you're anti-government, there's still other parts of your lifestyle where you may be, I guess, conforming to those around you and inhibiting yourself from opening your mind, whether it's to other kinds of music, whether it's to food, whether it's to hanging out with different kinds of people, all those kinds of things as far as a lifestyle. I don't think anybody can say they're an entirely liberated individual, but everyone, the second they realize that they're at the whim of some kind of other system, that's kind of the first step to liberating yourself and thinking for yourself.
Realizing you're a slave.
Yeah, realizing. Exactly. Self-acknowledgement.
Stoked to see the difference in like reception for American fans compared to European fans. I mean, people are all the same, but it's our first time in this continent. So I'm hoping the reception will be somewhat enthusiastic.
Yeah. People have been telling us forever that, like, oh, Europe will love you, Europe will love you. And so I'm excited to that, and also excited to travel, excited to eat your food, and your beer, and your wine, and all those things.
Women.
Women.
Mm-hmm. Inconsistent, like bathrooms, like not having your own like bathroom setup, like your home bathroom, your clean environment.
Another bad thing is wristbands as opposed to stamps. Is one of them. I hate these.
Combing your hair after a show is very painful.
The best thing is that this is like a really cool job. Like literally just traveling, playing shows. Like it's all social, that's probably my favorite part, is seeing different parts of this world.
Yeah, like you said, traveling, it makes you cultured after a while, I think, seeing other places and talking to other people, these places no longer are just dots on a map. I think being able to say and know, oh, you talk about the place like I've been there too. I know what that place is like. I haven't just seen pictures online.
It's like the world becomes more real, I guess, in a sense. Because when you're at your house and you're at your home, that's all you do. You go to school, you go to your job, and you come back, and the whole entire rest of the world doesn't seem so real. But when you like are going to these places and meeting people and seeing everything, it all becomes more real. It's like you know it's existing while you're existing. You know, it's cool. We're going to finish writing our CD and put it out pretty soon, I'd say, and then continue touring.
Yeah, touring a lot is definitely it. Hoping to really step up the touring game, finish this album as quickly as possible, and I don't know, just progress, try and maximize.
Yeah, stylistically pick up where Nomadic left off.
Yeah, and then build upon it.
Yeah, absolutely.